welcome back to In the Kitchen with CCE. My name is Ann Supa, and I am a nutrition educator here at Cornell Cooperative Extension. And today we are in the commercial kitchen in the Farmers Market on Upper Front Street in Binghamton. We are going to be spotlighting beets today. It is the vegetable of the month here at the Farmers Market, and today I am going to make grandmother's refrigerator pickled beets. So why don't we get started, and you'll find it's a little different than canning beets, but you still will have that wonderful pickled flavor. So the first thing is to purchase beets, and usually in the Farmers Market you're just going to find them just like this. The tops have been removed because that's for the ease of storing them, because the leaves will dry out the whole beet, so they take off the top when they sell them here at the Farmers Market. But if you're lucky enough in the summer, you can buy them with the tops on. So I'm going to gently boil the beets for 10 to 15 minutes in a pot of water so the skins will come off easily, and they're easily tender by using a fork to check them. If you're great at meal planning, you could actually roast the beets when you're making other roasted vegetables, and then you're combining two tasks into one. So whichever way works the best for you is the perfect way. So let's make the brine while we're cooking our beets over there. So first we're going to add 2 cloves, and it's whole cloves, not ground cloves, a bay leaf, a stick of cinnamon, 4 whole peppercorn, a 1/4 cup of sugar, a 1/4 cup of beet juice, or if you roasted them, you can just use water instead, and then a 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar. We're going to combine it in a little pot. We're going to give it a little stir here. We're going to bring it to a boil, let the sugar dissolve, and then we're going to turn it off. It only needs to cook for like 2 to 3 minutes, get that good flavor going. So while that's going on, now it's time to take out our beets out of the pot. And I'm going to show you the way I take off the skins. If you roasted them, you can do it the same way, except you won't have to dip it in the cold water. So I'm going to put on gloves because you have to remember, beets will stain your clothes. So don't wear white that day when you're making this wonderful recipe. And you're just going to bring the beet out. You're going to put it in a cold water bath like this, and then the skin will easily peel off while you're in the cold water bath. Look at that. The skin's coming off, so you don't have to waste time and take off more of the beet than you really need to in order to serve it. Now, you're probably wondering, beets, what is so great about beets? There are a lot of things great about beets. They're low in calories. So you can eat them and not worry about filling up, but because they're low in calories doesn't mean they're low in nutrients. They are loaded with nutrients. So now it's time to slice up my beet. It comes apart really easy. Move that out of the way. Put that there. And just slice them. I have them about 1/4 inch thick. I like to cut mine in half so it's easier to put in the jar. And you just slowly, slice it up. The beet's going to be a little warm. And you can make them really tiny if that's the size you want. Or you can leave them. I usually just cut them in half and let the people decide how they want to eat them. There you go. Then you're going to take a canning jar. If you don't have a canning jar, don't panic. Use another jar that you might happen to have at home. So we're just going to easily put the beets in here. I like, when I'm using a canning jar for this recipe, I like to use the wide mouth because it makes it easy for packing. And if you don't have a funnel, you can still do this, you just kind of improvise at home and just take your time doing it. It's kind of, we're going to take that off. Look at that, we're loading up with beets here. So this jar is a little more than a pint, less than a quart. That was 2 to 4 beets. So you might have a few extra for a dinner, for another night. So see, this is great for meal planning. Then our brine is ready. I've let it cool for a little bit. I'm going to put the funnel back on. And then I'm just going to gently pour the brine over. It smells awesome too. Too bad you guys can't smell it, but when you make it at home, it will smell wonderful. Take off that. You're just going to put on a simple plastic top. The one thing about this recipe, it's not shelf stable. This is a refrigerator pickled beet recipe, so you're going to want to keep it in the refrigerator. It will sit in the refrigerator for 6 to 8 weeks. I probably wouldn't eat these until it's been about a week because you want that flavor to saturate the beets. So that way you have a nice pickled flavoring. And you can serve it on a variety of things. Today I chose to serve it on a wonderful salad. You can get most of these greens here at the farmer's market. I have some, let's see, I have spinach, some kale, and some beet greens in there. And you can just put some pickled beets. You got some feta cheese on here that we can find in the market. Unfortunately, we don't grow oranges, but you can put that on there. You're going to get a nice sweet and pickled flavoring. And there you go. A nice way to include pickled beets in a recipe. And this way you can enjoy it all year round, the pickled flavoring. And you can't just eat it on a salad. You could use it as a side if you're having sandwiches. I know a lot of people like to put it like on a side with whatever sandwich you're eating. So there you go. Grandma's refrigerated pickled beets. Remember, beets are high in nutrients, and they help with cardiovascular and heart problems, and February is Heart Month. So we want to remember that. Thank you for joining us today in the kitchen with CCE. I welcome you back next month to the farmer's market here, and the farmer's market is open Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. See you, come out, pick up some beets, pick up some greens, and make our salad today.